5 hours for one tire. By Geeks Trucking, Jason's day had been planned down to the minute. His load of construction supplies had to be delivered by midnight, and with his electronic logbook breathing down his neck, there wasn't much room for delays. He pulled into a truck stop mid-morning to grab a quick bite before hitting the interstate again. That's when he spotted it. His trailer's right rear tire was flat, the sidewall split like a peeled orange. There was no limping it to the next town. He needed a service bay, and he needed it now. Inside the shop, the clerk told him to sign the work order and wait. "Shouldn't take long," she said. Jason figured an hour, maybe two tops. Tires were a common repair, nothing fancy. He poured himself a cup of bitter coffee, sat down in the driver's lounge and scrolled his phone. 1 hour rolled by. Then two. The waiting room filled with other drivers, all swapping stories about breakdowns, late loads, and dispatchers who didn't care. Jason checked his watch and shook his head. His time was evaporating minute by minute, and he couldn't do a thing about it. By the third hour, his patience was gone. He walked up to the desk only to be told the mechanic was still busy finishing another truck. When his turn finally came, he thought relief was close. But halfway through pulling the old tire, the mechanic disappeared. Wrong tire size. The shop had to call another location to send one over. Jason gritted his teeth. Another hour slipped into the void. 5 hours after pulling into the lot, the new tire was finally bolted on. Jason signed the paperwork, his jaw tight. 5 hours for one tire. That was more than half his available drive time wasted in a waiting room, earning nothing while the load still sat behind him. He climbed back in the cab, fired up the engine, and stared at the ELD. His 14-hour clock had kept ticking the whole time, leaving him with barely enough hours to limp partway to the receiver. Dispatch wasn't sympathetic. Just do your best, was all they said. But Jason knew what that meant. He'd missed the delivery window, sit another day waiting for the receiver to open, and lose even more pay. Out here, time was money, and both had slipped through his fingers because of one flat tire and a shop that moved at its own pace. As he eased back onto the highway, traffic buzzing past, Jason thought about how unfair it felt. Every delay, whether a slow shop, a late shipper, or a closed dock, always landed squarely on the driver's shoulders. One tire, 5 wasted hours, and now he was behind the curve with no way to catch up. Out on the road, it wasn't just rubber that kept a truck rolling. It was time. And when time was gone, nothing could bring it back. If you like this kind of story, please like, follow, comment, and share.